I'm going to make this quick because, quite honestly, I'm not going to waste any breath and air on this woman. Jenna Ellis, one of Donald Trump's lawyers, today pleaded guilty to the charges that she's facing in the Georgia election subversion case, along with Donald Trump. Now, she pled guilty to aiding and abetting false statements. The false statements, of course, being that Donald Trump won the election and the election was stolen from him. Now, obviously, this woman's getting a slap on the wrist, 5 years to probation in order to pay $5,000 in restitution. Now, her legal career as a lawyer should be ended right then and there. But I think what makes me sick about this is her performance in court when she made that statement. Take a look.
Thank you, Your Honor, for the opportunity to address the court. As an attorney who is also a Christian, I take my responsibilities as a lawyer very seriously, and I endeavor to be a person of sound moral and ethical character in all of my dealings. In the wake of the 2020 presidential election, I believed that challenging the results on behalf of President Trump should be pursued in a just and legal way. I endeavored to represent my client to the best of my ability. I relied on others, including lawyers with many more years of experience than I, to provide me with true and reliable information, especially since my role involved speaking to the media and to legislators in various states. What I did not do, but should have done, Your Honor, was to make sure that the facts the other lawyers alleged to be true were in fact true. In the frenetic pace of attempting to raise challenges to the election in several states, including Georgia, I failed to do my due diligence. I believe in and I value election integrity. If I knew then what I know now, I would have declined to represent Donald Trump in these post-election challenges. I look back on this whole experience with deep remorse. For those failures of mine, Your Honor, I have taken responsibility already before the Colorado bar who censured me, and I now take responsibility before this court and apologize to the people of Georgia. Thank you.
I'm going to say some things. You're not going to like me for it. No, in fact, you're probably going to hate me for it, and I don't give a shit. This bitch shouldn't get a deal. In fact, nobody should get any deals. Regardless of what the information they can give on Donald Trump, none of them should. These people, Jenna Ellis included, including Sidney Powell and Kenneth Chesebro, who already made deals with prosecutors, none of them should be getting a deal. None of them. The damage they have caused to this country and its elections is beyond measure. They went across the country and told the lies of a madman who's now, as we speak, only one election away from being the dictator of this country. He's one election away from saying the elections are done, I'm your president, and for life. This is a man who you told the lies of a man who encouraged the January 6th insurrection of 2021. An insurrection in which one of your Donald Trump supporters was murdered. Police officers were beaten. And for all this time, you continued to tell the lies. But what really pisses me off about this bitch, you're crying. You're not crying because you're a Christian and you did wrong. Because for us real Christians, if we screw something up, we have that nagging feeling in the pit of our stomach or something telling us I did something wrong. You're crying because you got fucking caught. Sidney Powell and Kenneth Chesebro and Jenna Ellis are cutting deals because they know they were wrong. They broke the law and they got caught. no different than any common criminal would. You saying that if I knew then what I knew now, I would decline to represent Trump in these post-election challenges. Don't try to say that, because if you knew then what you knew now, you still would have done it. The money, the fame, you being mentioned on Fox News every 15 minutes. I mean, for God's sakes, Ellis, you knew this was wrong. And you decided to do it anyway. Now, let me put this on the outset. Challenging the election results is perfectly legal. But Donald Trump stopped at challenging and trying to rig. We all know that. The evidence is pointing right in Donald Trump's fucking face, and you helped him. All of you did. And you trying to throw Rudy Giuliani under the bus, who's probably going to end up making a deal for this too, is not going to save you from being what you are, a criminal. And this slap on the wrist crap, it's got to stop. This woman tried to steal an election in the name of Donald Trump. She knew what she did was illegal. She knew what she did was a crime. And now she's walking away with a slap on the wrist. And I guess what else is really angering me is that statement of, as an attorney who is also a Christian, I take my responsibilities as a lawyer very seriously, blah, 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 blah. Don't invoke Christianity in this. You knew what you did was wrong, and you did it for years. You did for years. You did for years, Ellis. You knew it was wrong for years, and you just, what? Well, you just put your Bible down? Say it doesn't matter. It's not big of a deal. No, Ellis. If it were up to me, your ass would be sitting in a jail cell after that plea. My advice to you, Ellis, tell them everything about Trump. Tell them every syllable, every word, every comma, every exclamation point, everything. And you better thank the good Lord up there, since you say you believe in him. You better thank the good Lord. I'm not the judge in this case. One missed word, one missed piece of paper, one missed dot, and your ass is going to jail for life. You have no idea what kind of damage you've done. You got people out there screaming that if Donald Trump isn't elected in 2024, they're going to burn this country to the ground. I've seen the reports. I've seen what they say on Truth Social and on X. These people are screaming for a civil war. The same people who are complaining and whining that the war in Israel is going to usher in World War III, blaming Biden for it. You were wrong, Ellis. Your career is over. If it were up to me, you wouldn't see another day as a free woman. So you better tell the truth. And for your sake, you better not leave anything out. CTP, you know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.